All right, we're live again. Just for the record, that was all Dan's fault. Just
Yeah, evidently there's a noise cancellation thing in there. So yeah, my
why
bad, guys.
would that be on your side? That was my audio that was getting tweaked. So anyway, whoever is going to be watching this is probably getting annoyed now. All one of them. Giovanni, by the way, hopefully you're catching this. Giovanni saved us. He was the only one who commented, and his comments actually let us know that the echo wasn't just in my ears; it was coming through on your end as well. So everyone, give Giovanni a thank you remotely, because you're now watching a video that's going to be way more bearable. I actually started listening to the one that we just did, and it drove me nuts like immediately. It was like I was like in a stadium. It was like so.
Well, hopefully Giovanni's coming back. There's two people watching right now, guys. Whoever's watching, please let us know that the audio is coming through kind of clear here, because that's pretty annoying.
Yeah, hit us in the comments. Awesome, thank you, Giovanni. So, what is Earth2.io? As I was explaining it to you, like it's a combination of cryptocurrency, like Minecraft, Sims. You remember SimCity 2000 or even SimCity? Remember back in the day, you ever played SimCity?
Like 1990 something, or Tycoon, Sim Tycoon, and Tycoon Roller Coaster.
I used to love that. That's kind of what this is going to be. They're making a 1-to-1 scale replica of the Earth in VR. And just to give everybody an idea, and I'll try to skim through this fast enough so we can have a bit of a dialogue back and forth, but not too much, or not too fast. But creating a virtual reality representation of the Earth. This will host video games. It will host advertising. It will host e-commerce, and there's going to be different ways to make money and do all sorts of stuff on this. You'll be able to experience it in VR, in AR. You'll also be able to experience it through PC and through mobile apps. They're going to have a phone app as well. And right now they've got 3 phases that are publicly posted and planned. The first phase is what we're currently in. The first phase is basically getting everybody into buying the land and selling it. They have a marketplace that you can also sell it on. And then you are also collecting income tax. So there's a few different ways that you are making money. So basically they've divided the Earth up into 10 meter by 10 meter squares, and it's earth, land, water, mountains, rivers, everything is on there. 10 meters by 10 meters. You're able to purchase those, and the price fluctuates based on how many have been purchased, and the price for an entire country stays the same. So whether you're buying downtown Manhattan, South Beach, or a farm in Iowa, you are paying the same price in that country. As more people buy in, the price goes up, just like a stock. The more popular it gets, the demand on price goes up. So now I've bought some land and I can sell it. I can hold on to it, or I could sell it on the market. And this is all part of phase 1. So now I can sell it, and with the prices going up, I can easily sell it after waiting just a few days. I could sell it at a profit that is still below market value. So then Dan could come on, and let's say I bought a piece of Manhattan that he really wants to own. I've already bought it. He could buy it from me on the market. He could make an offer for it. Just because I'm, asking 500 doesn't mean he has to pay 500. He might be able to make me an offer for 350. If I bought it for 100, 350 is still a great, turnaround or return on my investment. So there's that potential, buying and selling between each other. The second way to make money is through holding on to the money. There's an income tax where you actually get the tax. So unlike the income tax that we're used to where we pay out, this income is basically, it's kind of like you're holding a share, and it's like a dividend. As that company performs better, you would make money as being a shareholder via dividends. Well, with this, since you're a shareholder of the land, as people buy into that country specifically, you're given a portion of the money, and it's like a penny normally. I've got some pieces of property that have given me 5 cents a day, which is a pretty good return on investment. But that's all based on future money coming in and funding you. And then the third way to make money is through the referral code. Speaking of which, we've got ours at the bottom. If you find this information or anything that we post in any of our videos, this show or future shows useful, please use our referral code. You will get 5% and we get 5%. We're going to use the 5% that we get to buy land, and we're going to be doing it live. Sometimes we'll be going live together, sometimes independently, sometimes we'll record some stuff. I've been recording stuff and putting it on 2 channels that I have. I set up another channel just for this, but we will be using your money to purchase lands, so you can see how to do it. We'll show you where we're buying, our strategies behind buying it. And then also some of the land that we purchase, we will also be giving away. So every day that we make purchases, we'll be using your referral codes. We just ask that you use ours. And then we will also be acquiring land that we will then be giving to people. Once a week, we're going to do a raffle for a land giveaway. So every day you have a chance to win us using your referral code, and you get free money from that. You use ours, we use yours, and we have a nice little karmic cycle going on. And then, like I said, we're going to use the proceeds to create future content, buy live using your code, and then give you. Wouldn't it be sweet if somebody did the referral thing with us? We pick their code to buy some land, use the proceeds that they helped us acquire to buy land, and then they get the referral code back, and then they even get free land from that. That'd be pretty sweet, right? So
Sounds
Dan,
like a win.
so that's phase 1. Now phase 2, I got a little bit ahead of myself. Phase 2 is basically resources. So now I keep on referring to the game Catan. If you guys have played Catan before, if you haven't, you basically get plots of land. That land develops, it renders a certain type of resource. You then use those resources in Catan to trade amongst each other or collectively to build things, to build roads, to build another settlement, to build cities and boats and all sorts of stuff. That is what they are planning to do with Earth 2. So phase 2, which is coming up any day now, as soon as they're ready for it, will be the land that we buy will now start. It'll have the possibility to render resources. Then we'll use those resources to build things in Earth 2. We'll be able to buy and sell and trade with each other.
Wild hearing this. It doesn't even seem, it's like a video game with real money.
That's only phase 2. So phase 3 is when it becomes the video game. Phase 3 is when we actually get to start plugging in the VR or accessing it through the web device. We actually get to start exploring.
Like people that are just going to leave reality and they're going to go live in their fucking virtual fantasy in their palaces that they've built.
Oh, totally, man. Have you seen Ready Player One? Have you seen?
Yeah. It's kind of scary. Is this going to be a good thing or a bad thing?
The way I look at things like this is from our perspective, it looks like it has the potential to be very bad. Just like, if we were to go back in time when nuclear power was first
in this thing, is it going to be like, I'm going to just go murder people virtually?
They will. They did say that there's going to be multiple different games. So on this planet that they're creating, it's going to be hosting e-commerce and development. You could just build stuff and be peaceful. You can interact in different games that are hosted there. From my understanding, it's going to be like an open source platform where, like, down the future, you and I can come up with a game, and that game is hosted on Earth 2. So the land's already developed, and our little game will play within that. They will have player versus player kind of things where you can battle out, maybe have races, maybe have a fighting thing, war thing where we shoot each other. They mentioned having haptic gameplay, which is where you have the sensors and you can feel stuff, like they had in Ready Player One, where that dude got the suit. I've only seen that movie once. I got to see it again.
It sounds extremely fun, but it also sounds nightmarish. Like, I could see people. Just imagine you've got people that are going to dive into this fantasy life, and it's really going to become probably more of a primary world than the world they live in, just because it may be more enjoyable. And when a hacker gets hold of like their life, or a hacker comes in and steals their money or whatever, this might cause like suicide in the real world.
Well, I mean, people could say that about online banking and putting your credit card into Amazon and stuff. They'd be like, why would you put your...
This is a little bit... I know, I
next
agree
level.
This is the next level of like, finally, I can escape. I mean, people play video games to escape reality. People watch Netflix to escape reality. VR, going to the... not VR, the other one.
AR?
AR, the augmented reality. I was watching, I forgot the movie I was watching, and these kids had these little augmented reality goggles on where it really changes your perspective on the real world. If that starts happening in this, and it becomes, I mean, this thing is catching on really fast. Like you just told me about this a week ago, and I went on and looked on Reddit. I went into a Facebook group yesterday when it was down for a couple of hours for maintenance. I mean, Reddit had these threads saying that, all right, it's a scam. The creators of this have just stole everybody's money, because people are putting in a lot of money. If you go on Facebook, maybe it's a lot of bullshit, but a lot of the people on these Facebook groups, they're talking about how they're investing. You know, I'm getting ready to put 20 grand into this, and I'm going to diverse it amongst these countries and this land. And if that's real, people are really spending that kind of money on this. I hope there's some kind of a fail safe built into this, so people don't just all of a sudden one day. I mean, we see it happen with cryptocurrency. People get their currencies hacked, and it's not secure enough, and you give out the wrong information.
I was on a the live stream with the CEO and the developers, because there was a lot of rumors about it being a scam, and people are like, "Who are these guys? They're fake." Oh, it looks like these two guys are actually the same guy. So they've been busy as hell trying to keep up with this. They did not expect it to be this successful. So they finally got on. They're like, listen, we just want to show you guys our faces, answer some questions, give you a hint as to what's coming, and clear some things up. And one of the things they said is they are going to start beefing up the security. They basically rushed the launch. The CEO said that 2020 was such a bummer for so many people, such a bad year for so many people, that he wanted to rush the launch, do it in 2020, just so that they could look back and say that 2020 did have something good come of it. And it's obviously, the way I look at it is the lagging site is a good thing. That shows there's a lot of interest. The rapid growth, dude, I put in $200, a little bit over $200 2 weeks ago yesterday. I did a 2-week update. I did buy and sell and flip some property. So I did have the ability to buy back in with more than 200 collectively, but I basically have turned that 200 into 1,400, and like over 1,000 of it is just from the properties growing. Over 1,000 of that isn't me flipping it. I only flipped it a couple times, flipped a few properties. I got some offers on some stuff. I bought Jeffrey Epstein's house in Palm Beach just because I tried to. At the time it was like $3.78 a tile. Now it's at like $23 a tile. 2 weeks and a day later. So it's crazy growth. Right now is the time to get on, because the referral code, again, guys, please use our referral code. I heard that that's only going to be temporary. Once there's enough interest, they don't have to have the incentive.
What, the referral code?
Yeah, the referral code, the way it works is if someone purchases land with our referral code, we get 5%, they get 5% back. So it works for both people. You have to use a referral code when you purchase land, otherwise you're an idiot. If you find some nice gentlemen online who are telling you about Earth 2, and they're going to be feeding you all sorts of strategy information so you don't have to dive through forums and go through all that stuff, why not use their referral code, right? So
what if you have 2 accounts and you just go back and forth with your own referral codes?
They have that blocked. You're not able to use your own referral code. And
so like we created an account, we have my account, your account. Could we just go back and forth and use each other's referral codes?
Yeah, but then we'd only have our own money, and then
I'm just saying, but we could, though. It's better than not. If you're going to purchase land, use somebody's referral code, right? That's what I guess that's what you're saying.
Yeah, you're going to use somebody else's. The first thing I did was I tried to use my own referral code, and also like I think, what's that?
That doesn't work. You can't use your own, obviously.
No, they have that. They knew that was going to be the thing. So I mean, it's 5%, so it's not enough for you to really go out of your way to like just do something with, like, you and I. If we were to just use it, it'd be such a small amount. But it's a good incentive that when you're using, like, because think about it, you spend $100, you're only getting $5 back. But it is, like I said, it's only lasting right now. So in the future, you're going to be paying. Not only are you going to be paying more for land, but then you also won't have the referral code incentive. So it's smart just to generate.
What do we do one here? Because we kind of created this account. We want to show people how it works, and we've already got somebody gave us a referral code in here. Who was it? I think it was Giovanni. We could actually fund this account that we just created and use Giovanni's referral code to purchase some land, I guess, right?
Yeah. You logged into it. So we set up an account exclusively for this. So this will be basically your account. This will be the show's account. We're going to use 100% of the money to buy and invest more. And then we're going to be giving away property as well. So has anyone lost money yet? I saw that Ben asked the question, has anybody lost money yet? I haven't seen anybody lose money. I've only seen the properties increase. So I did see someone put a comment on one of my other videos on my channel, and he said Hong Kong lost me $50. The only way I can see someone losing is there are scams, and I'll tell you about some of the scams that you want to look out for. There are people who are basically inflating the price, because it's just like stocks. You could pump stocks, you could pump cryptocurrency, especially small cryptocurrencies that don't have a lot of volume. And by pumping it, what we'd be doing is, let's say Dan and I had a big group of people and there's some land that's at 10 cents. And Dan and I can go in there. This is what they would do for cryptocurrency. They'd have a big group of people. They tell everybody to buy in like whatever, storage coin or something like that. And the price would drive up. And then other people would see that movement. They'd start buying. They'd be like, I don't know why, but storage is taken off. Let me start buying some storage. And then the group stops buying. The price keeps on going up because all the other people who are just watching the charts start buying in. They're like, oh, wow, the price is going up. It must be something good. Look at that trajectory. They start buying in, and then the group sells their stuff while everything's spiked up. So you take something that's worth very little, spike up the price temporarily, sell it if you have that asset, and then drop it. So now how would I do that in this? And how is it being done in this? Dan and I can sell each other some property back and forth. Dan and I are like, okay, let's go to Nigeria. I'm going to buy some Nigeria. I don't know what the price is at, but let's say it's at 10 cents. Nigeria is 10 cents a square. Dan, you buy it and I will buy it from you. You put it on the market for a ridiculous price. Put it on the market for $5 a square. So we're going from 10 cents to $5 a square. I will buy it back from you for $5, and then we'll take our other property in Nigeria and list it on the market for $250. So when the price artificially inflates to $5, our Nigeria property at $250 on the market looks like it's 50% off. So some other people are gonna be like, oh, look, Nigeria is at $5, but this sucker is selling it for $250. Let me buy it. You buy that land at whatever price. If it's artificially inflated, eventually the economy is going to course correct. It's going to drop back down to the correct price, probably closer to like 11 cents by then or 12 cents by then. And that is the way that you would lose money. So I actually have a video that I'm going to be working on that goes over some of the scams. That's the biggest one I've seen. They don't have a way to prevent it. So all you have to do is look at the history. What you can do is when you go to purchase stuff, you can look at the, there's an analysis of the property. So you can see that there's a sudden spike. If there's sustainable growth and it's growing by like a certain amount, like for America right now, the US is the top. For America to be growing at $1 a day, that makes sense. The other day I logged on while I was shooting a video live, and you can actually see one of my videos, this happened. It was the video I did yesterday where I was talking about my 2 weeks, how I've turned like $200 and some odd dollars into $1,400 in 2 weeks. Check out my update on that. In that, I actually was recording the screen and America was at $65. In reality, it was at $22. Today, it's at like $23. So that's normal growth. But I was shocked. And even in the video, I was like, it's at $65. That seems like it's being pumped. And then by the end of the video, I checked the price again and it was back to $22 and change. So this is something that a lot of people are seeing. I'm actually kind of glad that Dan put it up.
And this is aggravating because it says that I was just transferring money into the or to accounts, and it says like my PayPal account just got charged, but I'm waiting now, and then it kicked me off. So I'm trying to log back in now to see if
yeah, this is, I mean, it's frustrating to be experiencing it, but we will remember, we will look back on these days and we will talk about, like when I was first in cryptocurrency and there started to be a rush of people behind me. Like when I first got on, you got me onto cryptocurrency actually. And when I first got on, you remember, yeah, you told me about Ethereum and I was like, all right, I can't afford to get into Bitcoin, but that Ethereum thing looks cheap enough. And I was like, oh, and then Litecoin, oh, and then Ethereum Classic. And I started getting addicted to that and doing all the research on all the different companies. But I remember there was this influx of people where all of a sudden the trading platforms really started lagging and the prices were just going up. After that, it just kept on going up and up. It's because as I said before, they mentioned this in the live stream where they didn't anticipate this much growth. In the live stream with the CEO and the developers, they're like, you guys have to understand, like, we expected this amount of growth over a year. We launched a little early. We didn't expect this much growth, and we experienced a year's worth of growth in like 2 to 3 weeks. And it's probably only growing faster and faster because only more and more people are learning about it, jumping on. So seeing a site lag like this, it's frustrating. But as I mentioned, in the future, we're going to be talking about, like, man, remember that when the site was lagging and the prices were like, remember when America was only at 23 bucks?
That's actually a good question. What Cam just asked. Says, will they change the process, or you always need to find a buyer? Like right now, I guess you can just sell it whenever you want.
Right now, you can put it on the market, but it's just like stocks where you have to sell to the market, and the market is other individuals and institutional investments out there. So you have to sell it to somebody else who's willing to buy it. It's just like your house. You can't just give your house back to the developer and get money back, right? Someone always has to be on the other end of it. I don't see a reason why Earth 2 would be buying back the land. It's like a company buying back their shares. They issued those shares. The only time they'd be buying them back is if they were taking the company public. So to answer Cam's question, I don't imagine there will be a time where you could just sell and, just automatically be bought. There has to be someone on the other end. But the good news is, like, with stuff growing so fast, if you invest now, you wait a day or two and you can sell it for a profit easily. And then what's beautiful about the rapid acceleration is like literally there's some property, like after 2 weeks, I could sell it for several times. There's one guy who offered me more than market value. There was a church in Maltese that I bought, or Malta. And I bought this church, Our Lady of Peace or something, in Malta. Wasn't really planning on selling it. I don't even know if I had it listed, but some guy offered me like 78 cents a square. And at the time, I think it was at like 24 cents a square. And I bought it at like 11 cents a square. So I could have sold it at the market price of 24 cents and I would have over doubled my money. This guy offered me 3 times over market because he just wanted to make sure, like, I didn't have it listed. So he just wanted to give me an offer I couldn't refuse. So I sold it to him. But with the fast growth, if I bought something for, like, let's say 10 cents, it goes up to 20 cents. I could sell it at 15 cents and it's still 25% below market value. So it's a deal for the guy buying it. It makes it very enticing for them to buy it, and you could flip it faster. And then you make a nice piece of profit. You make 50% profit because you took it from 10 cents to 15. He bought it when it was worth 20, got it at 15. So he got a nice discount of 25%. You got a nice amount of return on your investment for 50%. And that's what I did. And then I take that money and I reinvested it in the market. And now I'm going to start I won some money on some gambling at the end of the year, and I'm going to take it out of that account and I'm going to put it into this. I'm actually thinking about, I sold Bitcoin. I sold some of my Bitcoin, and I think I'm going to put that proceeds into this because
Did you still have some Bitcoin?
Yeah, I had very little amount.
It went up though. What is that? 31,000 now?
Yeah. It's 31.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I saw it at 29. I was like, man, it's not going to get through 30. It's going to come back down. So I'll have to check that out.
Gone up.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy because it went through 2 significant thresholds, if that's the case. Because 20 by itself was a pretty significant threshold, and I was expecting it
37 now.
Wow. All right. That's insane. People are looking for alternative investments. You know what that is? That's a lot of people have been making money on the stock market. Stock market has been ripping for too long, and nothing goes up forever. It's natural. It's supposed to happen. That's when you buy back in and you get deals. But smart, savvy people are taking their money out of the more conventional assets and they're putting it in the less conventional stuff. So you're going to see it go into Bitcoin, and then the Bitcoin people are going to start pulling out and they're going to start putting it into Earth 2. I bet that's going to be the next phase. And then just wait for people. People are going to be, prices are going to go up this year significantly because people are going to start getting the stimulus checks. And then in a couple months, we've got tax refunds and more money is going to go into this. Like, you could start with a couple $100. That's what's cool. Like, I can't buy Tesla. Yeah, I can't buy one share of Tesla.
This is early phases. And look, if this thing is legit and they can get past these kinks right now, like literally I can't log in. And I want to log in so bad right now because I just put money in the account and I want to use somebody's referral code while we're here. And somebody said they purchased money.
Okay, Ben said he. Sorry,
We're in.
I'll just look at some of the
Yay.
comments.
All right, my money's in there. Good. So as you guys can see up in the top right-hand corner, let me make the screen a little bit bigger.
All right, let's use Giovanni's code. He was first on. I definitely appreciate that. In the future, we're going to do it random. So I mentioned before, we're going to use your codes as you guys, comment. Also, make sure that you fill out the form below because we will be picking.
Is there a form below?
Yeah, I put it in the show notes. There should be a form. Comment if the form's not in there. But if you fill out that form, not only will we notify you when we're going live, I'll be able to email you on strategy updates and things faster than I can produce a video. But we'll also be pulling your referral codes and making random purchases. So if you can't find us live, if you can't always make the live shows, we will also use a random referral code.
Here, I'm going to drop the link to the form in the live chat so people can. Here's the form Casey's referring to right there, guys.
So
I'm in here, and so walk me through this, Casey, because I haven't actually bought any land yet by myself. I have my own personal account, but this is our joint account.
It's exciting, popping the cherry live with all these people watching.
Yes.
To answer Ben's question really quickly, Ben says he put in $86 this morning. It went to 98. Look at that, nice little return on investment. But then it went back down to 92. So you're still up. That's a great place to be. Obviously, it was pumped a bit, Ben. Any advice? I would just say the good thing is you didn't buy in when it was at that inflated price of 98. It'll keep going up. More and more people are coming in, more and more money's coming in. So I would just hold tight on that, Ben, and just make sure you don't buy anything before you purchase any land, especially if you purchase land on the market. Be really weary. There's a lot of misrepresentations, but even when you are buying land first time, you might want to do a little bit of analysis on the country and see historically where the prices have been. And if you see a sudden inflection that day, like these inflection points, these not inflection points, but these spikes in prices, they only last for like less than an hour normally. So if you just watch something for a little bit and it looks suspiciously high, don't buy it. Just be patient, do a little bit of research. But a lot of times you can tell when something's being pumped. But yeah, you got in at the right time. Then it was pumped. So thankfully you didn't buy then. And now it's just gradually going up still. It still created interest in whatever country that was. Ben, what countries did you buy into, by the way? Let me know.
Also, real quick, people are asking questions about the form. Some people are international, so they want to know what they put in for a cell phone.
Oh, cell is what we refer to as our mobile or our cell phones.
What do we want them to put there? Because I mean,
yeah, you could put your phone number in there if you're international. We're not sure if we're going to do text yet, but we'll definitely do email. So at least make sure that the email's in there, and you can put your cell phone number, mobile number, whatever you want to call it.
So let's buy some fucking property, Casey.
Buy some property. All right, you got a country in mind? What do you want to know what I've been buying lately?
I mean, like right now, let's say somebody's let's because somehow you've advanced real fast here, and let's focus on the people that are watching right now that like they have no idea, like me. Where would you suggest? How would you suggest somebody that says, hey, I want to buy some land, I want to make money on it, but I want to like, how much can I buy for $100? Should I buy one expensive piece of land, or should I go look for some dirt cheap land and see what my $100 does for me?
I've been buying cheaper stuff just because I think there's more room for increase. Obviously, newer people who are going to be coming on later, they're not going to be wanting to spend $23 a square for the US.
So what's
they're going to go
format for that? How do you kind of look for the cheap land?
Okay, so let's click on that top right, click on user, the user 727029, and click on countries. Bear with it. This might take a while to load. This screen is going to show us the prices of countries, and I think it's listed based on growth. So we'll once that eventually loads up, it'll start off with what's most expensive or what's been growing the most. Yeah, we got the US at the top. US is always at the top. So let's go all the way down to the bottom. And let's click on like number, try like 10 or 11.
Is there no search to do? So you can't do a search by like, you're trying to just get to the cheap stuff, right? So let's go to 10.
Yeah, so let's see what kind of prices we're dealing with. So like 14, let's see what we got at 11. Because if we get something around like 10 or 11 cents, 11 or
Page
12.
11.
Yeah, page 11, maybe page 12. Some of the stuff, page 13, I wouldn't go to because those countries are all restricted. Like if you go to 13, it's like Dubai and Saudi Arabia. So those are so low because they're still restricted. These aren't for sale yet. They were for sale very briefly.
Which ones are not for sale?
A lot of the ones, like everything like Saudi Arabia and below.
Oh, really?
Those are probably restricted because they have legal or religious restrictions, and they're trying to navigate them without pissing people off. So Iran, a lot of the Middle East where there's oil. So there's going to be a big rush once those do get released. It's going to be a nice opportunity to buy some big oil. Let's see what we got here. Let's go to
Cabo, we got.
Scroll down a little bit. Let's go with the Congo.
So do I just click on Congo? How do I get to it here?
So now what we'll do is go up to user again, or actually, no, I'm sorry. Go over to the left where it says buy land and type in Congo in the search. You see the country not come up. Type in like the Republic of Congo. That might be where.
Type in the Republic of Congo.
Yeah. Actually, I'll show you guys some top secret kind of stuff. Okay, so we got some suggestions. Minsk. I was just buying Minsk yesterday. Actually, I don't know if you saw that on my live. Joni Coins mentioned Minsk. Let's buy up some Minsk. Type in Minsk, M-I-N-S-K. Minsk is the capital of Belarus. And I saw someone in the forums talking about how you guys have to imagine, like, we're all English speakers. A lot of the Earth 2 is basically targeting English speakers first. Yeah, Minsk, Belarus, perfect. So as this becomes more common with other countries that aren't English speakers, they're going to be jumping on this and pouring their money into it as well. And one country that I've heard is underrepresented so far is Russia. And Russians love Belarus. Russians love, click back to top so you see more screen. See on the right there?
Where?
Down a little. Back to top, yeah. And so you could flip it over to map view if you want. So it's a little bit easier to see the roads. And Minsk is the capital of Belarus. Supposedly the Russians are going to be wanting to buy up Belarus and Ukraine. When they get on, more and more are going to start getting on. So I think it's a good investment. Minsk is the capital, so that's the most densely populated city in Belarus. It's not always the case. Like the capital of Florida is Tallahassee. It's a very
But what are you looking at? Like, so we're here. Like now, once we get to an area, country, Providence, wherever you're going to go look at stuff, how are you determining? Are you looking for like busy areas? Are you comparing this to the real world?
Yes. So I'll tell you why. With the app and future features, you will be accessing. There's a few different reasons, but it's basically going to come down to advertising dollars. One of the ways you'll be able to make money is theoretically, if you want to buy in a city, I would say go for the more popular areas where there's going to be higher foot traffic, more eyeballs, because your strategy buying in populated areas is, even though all these buildings are going to be wiped out, this is probably going to be the first place that people start building. People in Belarus are probably going to start building in their capital city first. That's also where people are going to be engaging and looking and searching. So when we go to Earth 2, it's going to be a high traffic area. That means if you want to sell ads on your land, it's going to be a high value area. And then also through your phones, they're going to have a web app and also through VR, you can engage basically geographically, where you are geographically. You'll be able to look at your phone and have like an AR, VR kind of experience where you're at the Statue of Liberty and you're like, huh, I wonder what's here in Earth 2. Let me check out the Earth 2 app. Earth 2 app isn't out yet, but this is one of the features they want to have. And you'll be able to look around and see what is built there at Earth 2. So that's one of the reasons. Now, if someone has an ad that's there, they're going to be getting some eyeballs. Now, whether you're getting paid through advertisement based on the amount of eyeballs that hit your ads or just based on the amount of traffic that's there or whatever, it's still going to behoove you. If you want to buy in cities, you buy highly trafficked areas. Now, the other strategies would be to buy resources.
What about like going to like websites, right? And you look up like popular, like, so if you don't know anything about.
That's exactly what I do. I look up, I act like I'm a tourist and I look up what's the, most popular tourist attractions in Minsk. I go for stadiums. I go for financial districts. Another thing I do is I'll also look at the traffic. If you can see on satellite a long line of cars, it's probably going to be a nice place to buy. So a lot of this stuff you'll see in the big cities is going to be more and more bought up already. But we can go and look at, just type in tourist destinations or must see in Belarus or whatever.
Top 30 most expensive streets in Minsk.
Expensive streets might also be residential, so that it won't be highly trafficked just because there's a mansion there.
You want to do, what'd you say to search?
Tourist, like top tourist destinations in Belarus. Malls are another good one. Malls, stadiums, schools.
Top destinations, 12 places to visit.
Especially colleges, I imagine like they're going to really want to buy, get some ads in front of some 18-year-olds who are just killing time between class. Yeah, scroll down and see what we got as far as a list somewhere. We don't have to read all this stuff.
Towns and cities.
Look in Minsk specifically. Did you look in Belarus when you did the search?
Oh, yeah, I'm in Belarus.
Yeah, do Minsk specifically so it limits it just to that city.
Oh, I did. My bad.
Yeah, 15. And just grab one of those locations and then look it up.
So look up the name. Look like the name of the place.
Yeah, I'll look it up on my end too. So we have back-to-back stuff and just bang something out.
And then I just go into the search and type it in there.
Yes. Well, it depends on what it is. What you'll normally do is they won't have like National Library of Republic of Belarus like as something that's searchable. So what we'll do is type in try Gorky Park, Gorky Park. And if not, I'm going to find the destination. I'll show you guys a cool trick that I'm doing.
Okay, so that's a bunch of places in like Russia and Moscow.
Okay, so I will show you where it is on my screen. Let me share my screen. Okay.
These are, you got you have it on the same monitor. There you go. Okay,
so you see, now this is where it gets tricky is you have to kind of figure it out. There is a way. Now let me do this. So this is my secret, guys.
Gorky Park is where?
It is like you have to kind of
whatever.
What's that?
Is it in that?
Yeah. I'll try to get a more specific destination, but this one right here, if you're able to see, Gorky Park, and that looks like a nice place. People go when the weather's nice. It came up as one of the must see, must do things. Compared to the National Library, I look at reviews, all sorts of stuff. The reviews mean people have been there. So if you guys are looking at my screen, Gorky Park has 14,500 views. The National Library has 1,300. So like a tenth of that.
How do people get to the so we're typing it in those. Do we want to use an actual address?
Yeah, and that's what I'll get to. Let me do that. Gorky Park, Minsk. And then what I try to do is see if there is a there's a geographical address because that makes it super specific. Let me see if I can get. I'll give you the coordinates.
I have an address. If I
All
search
right. So here's what you type in. Are you ready? Get to the search and type it in. Tell me when you're ready. I can't see your screen.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, you can't see my screen?
No, I think it's sharing in mine. Oh, I'm looking at my screen too.
Okay,
so type in the search. Type in.
Let me get to this so people can watch what we're doing. Okay.
Oh yeah, good thinking.
All right, go ahead.
53.90477. Then comma space 27.57341.
57341.
Yes. You hit enter. All right. So now we're right there. Now what you want to do is see that on the right side, see that little like pound sign up a little right there. Now we see the grids. Okay. So the flags are where places have been bought. If you see green or yellow squares, that means it's also, red squares, that also means that stuff's been bought. Now you can only see the grid at like 2 levels. Like if you zoom in too much or zoom back too much, you can't see it.
Gotcha.
But let's try to maybe flip it to satellite, see what kind of stuff's there. Maybe we'll see a bunch of bodies walking around. Oh, it's a lot of trees, so we won't be able to see. But this is a highly populated area. That little building, scroll down a little bit. See how there's all those flags, but just off to the right. Oh, Ferris wheel. See if that's bought. Scroll down a little.
Right here?
Yeah. Click the hashtag again, the grid. Sometimes you got to refresh it when you move around. Sometimes it takes a little while. There's been so many times where I'm excited, I find something and I don't see any flags.
Is that a Ferris wheel?
Yeah.
I thought it was like a satellite or something.
Let's click on it and let's buy that bad boy.
So
just around that area. So remember, all the buildings are going to be taken away, but if people are going there, it will still. So you don't have to buy the entire building or the entire Ferris wheel. We can just buy like that area.
How do I see the price for tile?
Click on the tile again to lock it in. And it just takes a while. You'll see it, that box that's on the right there. Oh yeah. Yeah, just click once it locks in.
I think it's locked in.
No, click somewhere else. Okay, now it's locked in. Okay, it'll eventually show us the price per square. It's taken a while.
Okay, right here it's going to show that.
Yeah. Hit details. See if that'll help it along. So this is one of the frustrating things is buying it. One of my strategies that I go over in another video is I was buying 10-cent land one at a time with the 5% code. And since they can't make a fraction of a penny, they give you, oh, there we go, 17 cents. So that's still a great buy. It's still class 1. So class 1 is the first 100,000 tiles to be purchased in that country. That is going to pay you the most.
Price was like yesterday. Is there a way to see yesterday's prices for these tiles?
Yeah, but we'd be leaving the screen and let's just make a purchase.
But how many should I buy?
Let's buy a nice little chunk of that. Let's see, hit the map and try to buy up like the walkways and stuff. The map button. Yeah. Okay. So those little camera places are also good because that means that's where people take a lot of pictures. So buy up like, 9x9, like 3x3 square right there. Yeah. Perfect. Click it.
Okay.
And then scroll down a little bit.
Oops.
That gray screen at the bottom.
The gray screen at the bottom. This?
Yeah. Yeah. Scroll down.
What are you talking? I don't know what you mean.
No, scroll down in the gray screen. Go there. Yeah. Okay. Now hit buy now. And let's put in.
Oh, we got his. There's his code. He gave it to us in the.
Giovanni's code. We're gonna find it. I'll read it to you.
I got it.
You got it? Okay.
I can't. I don't know if I can do that.
Now, guys, one thing: be careful with zeros in O's. They're very similar looking. So Giovanni's code it's all caps. It's going to be W1, P is in Peter, 4, Q is in question, W, 3, 5, G, O. Excuse me for the burp.
GO, right?
Yes, sir. And hit apply. And then scroll down a little bit.
As far as I can go.
Here, click apply again. Now they did say give it at least 60 seconds when you hit the purchase button. Give it at least 60 seconds because it does take a while to process.
So
and
pay
I
with
think
balance, right?
You want to make sure that the code worked, because sometimes it's a zero, sometimes it's a no. It'll apply it and it'll show us the amount that we're getting back. There we go. Okay, so that's what it looks like when it's in. Don't purchase before you see that, guys. You might not be getting the 5% back. Okay, and now hit pay with account balance.
Real important, when you put that code in, you got to wait until it says you will be credited whatever the amount is. That's how you know the code took, right?
Yes. And guys, again, please use our code. It would be so cool to see some money come through live, someone using our code. So if you guys could,
our code right there, right?
Our code is at the bottom, and I believe it's also in the
yeah, you see our code. Do we know if people use our code other than getting paid?
It will show in the transactions. It'll show what they purchased, how much it was, and how much you got.
Do that. People that purchase with our code will.
That's what I'm thinking for the land giveaways. I think to get the land giveaway weekly, since you're getting such a high value thing, we will go with people who purchased. What's that?
I'm going to pay right now.
Yeah.
Big ballin' right here, $1.53. Boom.
Okay, click yes. Awesome. And now there will be a green bar to confirm that it was purchased. And we just got to wait like 60 seconds for that to pop up.
Show up right on the same screen?
Yeah, it'll pop up at the bottom.
So can I go around now, brag, and tell people I'm a landowner?
Yeah, you own a Ferris wheel.
Entrepreneur. I buy land.
In Minsk. I'm
buying land on a day-to-day basis. That sounds kind of
real estate mogul, man.
Yeah. New comments below. Let's see. Earth 2 is going to be big. Yeah, this is the kind of shit that it takes me to do in order to get me to do it. I'm so mad at myself for not having more Bitcoin, and I guess I can't be that mad. I mean, when I look at the fact that I have a cryptocurrency portfolio should make me smile, but I wake up angry when I see I should have bought more.
Yeah. I remember when it dropped, I was like, man, I should buy at least one Bitcoin.
I'll tell you what, Coinbase fucked me bad. I was buying it. Well, I didn't end up buying a new car, but I was buying a new car, and I decided I was going to use cryptocurrency, and I pulled a bunch out and put it in my my cash wallet. And then I decided not to buy the car, and I went to put the money back, and all of a sudden Coinbase shut down my account. I can only sell what I have. I can't put more money into it. So I had to go to another avenue, and I ended up with a big chunk of money just sitting in my cash portion. All of a sudden everything shot up, and now I'm afraid I'm afraid to put it back in because I think it's hit like a kind of a wall where it's going to come back down. So I lost out on probably 30% of my crypto was pulled out to purchase something, and I didn't get any of the benefit.
Oh, bummer.
I don't see anything pop up over here. Did I get it?
Yeah, click it again. I think it's been 60 seconds. It'll give us a red bar if
click pay again.
Yeah.
Now it wouldn't charge me twice, would it?
No, because the land's already been purchased the first time. Yeah, click yes. And normally give us a red bar. Let's assume that it's bought. Let's buy some more land. That's not enough. Let's.
How do I buy more? Well, do I just close this?
Yeah, click that little X.
Even though it didn't go through yet.
Yeah, we'll take a little risk.
Wait, buy now? Do I do it here?
Yeah, try it again. Because normally what'll happen, yeah, okay, so you got it. So that means that you've already bought it. It won't let you buy it twice. Maybe we just missed the green bar. So let's X out. Let's buy some more land.
So when does this update? It still shows my...
You have to refresh the screen and you lose the map, and it's not worth it.
Okay, so where did I just buy?
Oh man, someone beat us to it.
Oh, somebody's watching right now. You scum bucket.
Oh man, they got us. Okay, let's see what else. Hit the grid. See what else is nice.
This guy. Who's this guy right here?
Who is this? If that's you, comment.
Are you in here
Show
buying our
yourself.
land right now?
Hit the grid and let's hurry up and buy something.
All right.
Oh man, look, someone else. There, a couple of people are buying in.
Wow. So what do you want me to buy, Case?
Whatever.
Walk away,
All that's
somebody-
gonna be.
Let's go right here. Nope.
Yeah.
It's not what I want. How do I
Try not to do anything that overlaps on someone else's flags. It might not let you buy that. It might
how
think
do
you're
I
trying to buy
get
that.
my thing to stop?
Clear section up by the satellite.
Oh.
You have to lock it. So give the screen another click. Now try it.
Jesus Christ. This is
Yeah, it takes a little while. Just click right. No, take your mouse down on the grid. All right, bring your mouse down to the grid. All right, click. Now click selection, clear selection. Okay, there we go. All right, so
let's get some of this stuff up here.
Nobody's commenting. No one wants to own up to it. Okay, we see how it is. All right, we're just going to purchase a bigger piece for Giovanni.
All right.
All right, now let's go through it again. Buy.
Where's buy at again?
At the bottom. It's got to update with the price and everything. So this is the frustration, but this is why it's a good. I mean, I remember when you were speaking of Coinbase. I remember I got kicked off of Coinbase because they were taking so long with their damn customer support. I had some kind of an issue where I was trying
people are buying land based on our recommendations right now. I feel like,
yeah.
I hope you used our refer code to buy all of our land that you just stole from us. You land pirate. I want to be a land pirate. That's what I want to do. I want to go on and watch other people and just snipe their land. You want to be land snipers?
We need to have a faster connection.
Dude, my connection is fast. It's their connection.
Butternuts, you're going to be using our code. Make sure you send us a screenshot, or maybe we'll see it on our end. I don't know if it actually shows the purchaser, but we will put you into the drawing for the land. Since our channel is so small, this is the time to be doing it because it'll be a very high probability that you win. If we had thousands of people following us, thousands of people watching, it'd be really hard to win some land. But like we've got 11 people watching right now. It's going to be easy for you guys to get your referral codes used and to win some of the land that we're purchasing here.
I like his name, Butternuts.
Yeah, that's from. Well, I don't know if this is what it's from,
like
but
bought our land should be called Butternut.
You can name it. That's another thing that's important is when you guys buy your land, you have a chance to label it. Label it because when you have a portfolio like mine, where I have like over 1,300 tiles now, which isn't a lot, but it's important to know what you bought. I don't always do that. Click details, see if that helps it refresh faster. Butternuts, is that from Half Baked? Remember where the guy fed the horse like a bunch of junk food and the horse died? He's like, this horse is a diabetic. And he's like, what was this horse's name? Like Butterscotch or something like that. And he's like, the high dude was like, Butternuts, Butterball. Like, it's butterscotch. Yes, sir.
Bro, this thing's taking forever.
Yeah. You have to, it's like a Buddhist practice where you feel the frustration and you have to just realize that this is a good thing. That means there's a lot of interest on this. As I was saying with Coinbase, they were so backlogged that I created a second account because I couldn't access my first account for some reason and customer service wasn't answering. And then like 4 weeks later, they answered and they're like, oh, we saw you set up another account. So now we closed both of the accounts and you're banned from Coinbase for life. So try not to get banned on this.
Yeah. Well, all I want to do is purchase some land.
The Faroe Islands. That's where we'll be purchasing next, actually. Christopher's log. Christopher suggested that the Faroe Islands. I bought some land there. I think the Faroe Islands are they're like north of Scandinavia, and they're rumored to have a lot of oil. So I've been seeing a lot of people mention it. So just based on the fact that a lot of people are mentioning it, money's going to go there. It's like when someone says buy I don't know, ABC stock. If you hear enough people saying buy ABC stock, like one of the famous quotes in stocks is buy the rumor, sell the news. So what that means is basically if a lot of people are chattering about something, it's probably going to pop off because this is all based on human behavior. So if a lot of forums are mentioning the Faroe Islands, I've been seeing it a lot. That means a lot of people are going to continue to keep money going that way. Sell the news means by the time something is confirmed and it's actually news, like it's a fact, it's not just rumor, it's probably already too late. And that's when you start selling whatever you have. So if it was like Elon Musk figured out a way to make the batteries charge in 5 seconds, and I heard that he's reduced the price in half, it's going to be insane. But you don't see that anywhere, but you hear a bunch of people in the locker room talking about it, at the golf club talking about it, and she's like, hey, I got a tip, buy Tesla. They just did some crazy stuff with batteries. That's when you buy it because there's a lot of people talking about that. But then when they go public and they're like, hey, we just did this thing and the batteries are super dope and double the capacity, fraction of the charging time, fraction of the price, that's when you sell, because then everybody else who's reading it in the news is going to dump their money in, and all the institutional investors are already pulling out. So Faroe Islands.
Eric just bought some land, he said, with our code in Thailand.
And make sure you guys are filling out the form in the notes so you guys could be entered in to win some of this land. Eric, you got a much better connection than we do.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here.
Click details.
I've been clicking it.
Yeah. Oh, man. Well, that's lackluster. We will make these purchases, guys. Maybe it's also a combination of, we're streaming at the same time. So if anything, we'll get off. Or if we can't get these, purchases made while we're on, Dan's got $100 he's itching to spend in this account.
Itching. Should we use the same? Should we use the same code, or should we use another code in here? We got Butternut give us his code.
Let's do.
Just bought land from us. Eric, what's your code?
Yeah, make sure you guys are filling this stuff out. I would say, tell you what, since you guys are supporting us so early, Giovanni will be the code we use for purchases today. Then Butternut, and then Eric. Since you guys are Eric and then Butternut. So
Eric said his connections take him forever too.
Yeah, man. And think about like this: they're adding servers and they're hiring people as fast as they can.
This must be a combination of excitement and freaking out at the same time.
Oh yeah, it's probably like being in the Super Bowl. Like you're excited to be there, but you also want to screw up on.
They obviously get a piece of all these transactions, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, so that's what I realized. That's what I learned when I sold some land. When you sell, they take 5% of the profit, which is good. Fee. What's that?
It's like your realtor fee.
Yeah, and it's completely reasonable. And what's beautiful about that is that helps sustain the project. So they've got to be making money some way. And I think that's a brilliant way, because 5% is what I made to get on. I use a 5% code every time.
How did this blow up so fast? Like, how did people hear about it? How did you hear about it, Casey?
I heard about, TikTok. TikTok is where I heard about this.
Fucking TikTok.
And that's actually, they mentioned this dude. I think his name is Dallas or something. It's no one I follow on TikTok. But in the live stream, the CEO said, he's like, we haven't paid for advertisement. We haven't paid for any sponsors or influencers to work with us. But some people on their own are doing it. And some dude named, I think his name is Dallas. I couldn't hear him very clearly. He's got an Australian accent, and there was like live stream, but he's like some dude on Dallas who's huge, or dude named Dallas on TikTok, who's huge, mentioned us, and we just blew up. And then Dallas reached out to him when he saw that the servers were like lagging and the site was going down. And he like reached out to him. He's like, I think I blew up your site. Sorry about that. Just like, my bad. Just trying to give you some support.
Yeah, it's just
yeah. Christopher just mentioned the whole fact that they had a year's worth of growth. For those of you guys that didn't,
1 month. That's insane.
Yeah, that's insane. Like, I don't know of anything that's like that. And this wouldn't have happened 2 years ago. You know why? Because cryptocurrency wasn't as proven. Now they've seen Bitcoin go to crazy prices twice. Like when it went to 20 and dropped, then people are like, oh yeah, it's bullshit. And then it went to like 3,000 and it hung there. And then it's like, well, it's still worth way more than it was. And now it's gone to 30 something. So people are like, okay, virtual investing, digital assets. Okay, I buy that now. Plus VR is now finally like at scale and marketable. Like you can buy an Oculus Rift for like $300 and now you've got VR. It wasn't like that two years ago. Plus we just went through 2020. So when it comes down to virtual tourism, there's never been a time where more people are like, yeah, I'd rather just sit on my couch and not go out into crowds and not deal with travel bans.
Some lady created a website. It's called I think it's called Window View. And she just feels like people are stuck at home. So people upload just these like 10-minute views of what they see out their window. It's like a still camera video of, whatever they're open up their patio door, their front window. And they just upload these and the site fucking blew up from people just posting. It's called windowview.com or something like that.
Okay. So if anybody's on the fence about earth2.io, just go back 10 seconds and listen to that again. Like that exploded. That's not even a game. That's nothing immersive. That's just looking out somebody else's window.
I'm going to see window.
Humans are obsessed with other people's lives. The most banal and boring stuff is
view around the world.
Oh, no, window. I thought you were
window swap.
What I thought you were going to say, that's a cute name. What I thought you were going to say is like people walk around their hometown as if they're tourists, and then people get onto that live stream. It's like, oh, it's like I'm walking down Delray Beach, even though I've got a travel ban and I can't go to Delray Beach.
This window swap. You just log on, watch a window, get bored watching this window.
Oh, you guys remember
what was that app called where somebody pops up on your screen and doing something crazy and you can either watch it or hit next?
They've got deer. Okay, now I'm sold on Window View. Or what is it? Window
kind of cool. I've never actually looked at it. I saw it on the news. Some lady started this.
So I'm guessing like it's trending if there's something going on. So like this one's got deer, so a bunch of people are watching it, so it starts recommending it. The other one's got a storm, which is kind of cool to see. Like, especially if you live in LA and it never rains. I have some friends who moved out there and they say they miss rainy days. Yeah, it's a beautiful little. Is that Amsterdam?
I don't know. Does it say where it's at?
So yeah, if this stuff is blowing up, guys,
right? This Margate. This is United Kingdom. That's pretty.
Nice beach. And one thing I keep mentioning to people is like, how many of your friends and family know about Earth 2? Probably not many.
Not many.
I bet everybody right now on the chat is the crazy friend, because I've been that crazy friend who's like trying to convince the other friends.
Kelly's like, it's a scam. I said, yeah. Well, how do you know it's a scam?
It might be. I mean, I don't know anything. Don't mess with what you can't afford to lose. Don't put your rent into this. Yeah. But for $200, like if you can't afford to lose $50, like what I was saying is like, don't go out for one weekend of drinking and just hit yourself in the head so it feels like you have a hangover, and instead put that money into this instead of beer. Your wallet will thank you. Your belly will thank you. Your liver will thank you. And then you'll have a game to play.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. Maybe something's probably up with the site again.
But this is good, guys. Like I said, this like other people are experiencing this frustration.
Giving stuff that we were trying to buy. They got in before us. This is the same dude.
No, it's a Swedish person before, I think. Now it's a Brit. Here, clear selection. Look at that. Look at that. As if that wasn't confirmation of how to find good land, unless it's you guys, I don't see anybody owning up to it. No harm. I mean, if you guys got fast,
gotta be somebody that's. I mean, what are the chances? Somebody's being in there at the same time as us. But whatever, I can't buy any.
Type in Faroe Islands, Faroe.
What is it?
Faroe. Faroe Islands, yeah. Let's see what we can find here. hit the grid button just to see what's purchased. Wow. See, this is one thing I do to know whether or not there's a lot of people. If you land somewhere and you hit the grid button and it's blank, that means there's probably not a lot of people buying around that area. If you hit the grid like that and it's bought up like this, it's blown up. Find a free square somewhere just by moving around up and down. If you zoom in and out, you won't be able to.
These are all free, aren't they?
No. Red means it's bought up, and I think it means it's on the market. So you can buy it secondhand, but when you buy stuff secondhand, also you don't get to use your discount code. You only get the 5% off initial purchases.
Wow, there's
so just go to where it's blank and then hit the or you know what? Zoom out and try to identify like a big city. Okay, so those look like they're not purchased. So click one of those, see how much they're going for.
What the fuck just happened?
Click the grid. Yeah. Just click one twice so it locks it in. And move your mouse around. Make sure, okay, it's locked in. See what the price is. Oh, this is going to take forever.
Yeah, this is insane. It might be because we're streaming. You should be doing it on yours. Oh, you're streaming. Mine doesn't matter. Oh, there we go.
You know,
it just showed. I don't see what I
so 20 cents, not bad. So hit clear selection and zoom out and then try to identify like the major city or something, and we'll try to start buying some stuff around there. I think it's like just an island. I forget where I bought some stuff, but it's like a little like fish island or something. There's not like a major city, like no skyscrapers, I don't think.
Got some stuff going on over here.
Or I'll research some stuff in Faroe Island.
It's crazy. You're just looking at maps. How do I see again the tiles? Do I got to click on
the little hash sign grid?
So these are all available. Well, I don't know where I'm at.
Don't get too excited. Sometimes it takes a few seconds. Faroe Island tourism. Okay. Ooh, they got a pretty waterfall. That's really pretty.
Don't give everybody our secrets this time. Don't tell them where we're going.
Let's see. All right, I'll try to buy this. I'm not going to say it. I'll just try to go up and
put it in the private chat.
Okay, yeah, I'll get the coordination for you.
Sneaky trying to snipe our land.
You know what? This might be a good place.
Wish it would tell you where you were just by clicking on an area.
All right, where's the private chat? Okay, here it is. 6.
Did you send it?
Not yet. I'm giving you the coordinates so you'll be able to go right there. All right. And I guess unshare your screen while you make that purchase, just so we can get a little bit of a break from these land snipers. Land snipers. Land snipers. Maybe we should call it, change the name of the show. It's like Casey, Dan, and the Land Snipers. I love it. It's all a game. I'm not mad. I just wish someone would own up to it, whoever it is. some Brit.
I typed in the search and it's not bringing me anywhere. Did you copy it correct?
Yeah, maybe
Put it in yours and it brought you over somewhere. Oh, I gotta stand up.
Let me try. Yeah, but I'm really excited about this. I can't wait to see where, and like I mentioned before, phase 2 is coming out. I think it's going to be in the first quarter of this year. They said the first half of the year, but with all of the growth, I know they're working like around the clock. When I was watching the live stream, like some of them are doing it at like 4 a.m. and they're talking about how like they're just working around the clock. The everything's slowed down. That's I mean, inherent when you have this kind of insane growth. Even getting money out is like a manual process. They want to make sure that no one's hacking into your account and taking your money, so they have to manually verify anything before they send money out. And people are like, oh, it's a scam. Oh, never mind. Just took me a couple of days to get my money out. So
Ben's asking when we're streaming again.
When's good for you, man? Actually, that's let's get that on the books now.
Ronnie likes my shirt.
Oh, Stark Industries. Yeah, I like that.
It's on the website. It was called $6 shirts. I think it's called $6shirts.com. Everything on there is $6.
Oh, I like that.
I bought a bunch.
Speaking of t-shirts, they also mentioned, I saw this on Instagram first. There's already a company that is trying to claim that they are Earth 2 and they're selling shirts to raise money for the project. When
it's not.
No, they're raising money by selling these tiles, not stupid shirts. But the CEO mentioned that in one of the forums or something. I don't think he mentioned it on the live stream, but he's basically like, we're not sure like if we should be flattered or like sue them for copyright infringement. But like right now we're kind of like in the middle about it, just not wild about it. But I think they're just so busy that they don't have time to chase down people for shirts. But I think I'm going to get like an earth2.io shirt. I'll try to get it like from a reputable source, not some secondhand scammer on Instagram.
While we're waiting here, since we're having some purchasing issues with the stream upload, whatever, where do we go to see what we've purchased?
We would go to the click user. See you, Cam. I appreciate you tuning in. User, and it'll drop down. You click portfolio or profile, sorry, up at the top. So that's where you'd be able to see, had we been able to make a successful purchase?
Well, I thought we did, right? Didn't we get the one?
No, I thought, did we?
That red thing came up and said you couldn't purchase because it was already purchased.
That got sniped out from under us.
Oh, maybe it did. Own 0 property. Wow, we didn't get any property purchases today.
Yeah.
That's disheartening to me. So the stuff I tried to buy wouldn't let me buy it. I don't understand.
Yeah, somebody had a property there before. If they lay down their property before we do, they get it. Yes. Yeah, that coordination wasn't working for me either. It's correct.
Right. Well, so maybe we'll log off the stream and we'll buy some of this property.
Yeah, we're just over an hour. We'll let you guys go.
We could do a stream with what we purchased.
Yeah, we could record that. You know what? That's what we could do. We could record the screen purchasing it, and then we'll post that video later if you want.
Or I mean, we don't have to record this. I mean, people know how to purchase it now. We can still get, but we could show them after the purchase when we do the next live stream. For those of you that filled that form, make sure you have your code in there, because then we can, when we do the next live stream, we'll show whose code we used.
Yeah. And subscribe to this channel, whatever channel you're watching on. And it's also being broadcast on 2 other channels. So subscribe to all of our channels, because some channels will have different content specific to Earth 2. Other stuff is just going to be other entrepreneurial and investment stuff. That's kind of Dan's background on his new channel. So all the support, subscribes, alerts, and engagement we can get, the views, we definitely appreciate it. And we're going to pay it back. We're all about reciprocity.
Yeah, I'm actually here. We'll drop links. We did that in the description. Here's a link to. We'll post links to all three of them. That's one of the channels right there. Make sure you subscribe to that channel. Also want to subscribe to. Bear with me here, guys. 2 more seconds. So I think we're streaming. We're streaming to 3 channels right now.
Yeah. And I found some stuff for you to buy, Dan. So once we get off, I'll show you. We'll buy it with that account. Giovanni will get it for today. And then I think this will be good to purchase. And then Butternuts and Eric, those were the other ones. But hey, guys, enter. You guys can all win. This is all about giving it back to you guys. So we appreciate the support and look forward to buying this land and then giving it away.
And we got to drop Casey here. And channel's growing fast, Casey. 35 subscribers.
Oh, very nice. I appreciate each and every one of them.
All right, so I dropped all 3 channels in there, guys. So one of them is the channel that Casey and I will always do together. That's the name's going to change. So Giovanni, subscribe to both channels. Make sure you got all 3 of those, Giovanni. But I appreciate it, guys. That's cool. This is fun because we both have different backgrounds, but we're both entrepreneurs at heart, and I think we both have our own separate primary YouTube channels. I've got a channel with 8,000 subscribers. Casey's got a channel with 2,000 subscribers, and we want to take our experience as entrepreneurs. I created a 6-figure a year income because of a YouTube channel, prepping people to get ready to go to prison. And Casey's got the meal prep background, but all of this kind of ties into, making entrepreneurial decisions means you're taking the road less traveled, you're taking risk, you're forgiving a paycheck, a salary for the opportunity of creating your own future, your own outcome, finiting your own destiny by taking risk and things like this.
Your own outcome.
What happened there?
Finiting your own destiny by taking.
Oh, because I hit my phone. But
we're not professionals.
Yes, this is the fun part of it, though, is, doing this has got opportunity to make money. And I think the fact that Casey's dived into this so fast and so hard, it's crazy. When you Google Earth2.io or whatever it is, you'll see Casey's like thumbnails pop up, without even searching for videos. That's how much content he's got out so fast. And, he definitely piqued my interest with this. So I'm going to have a lot of fun riding on Casey's coattails on this one.
I appreciate y'all coming along for the journey. There's plenty of room on Earth 2 for all of us. And I love sharing stuff. I've only got so much money that I could be using to purchase stuff. So the additional help that I could give you guys by sharing strategy, I'm all about that. I love paying it forward. I know it'll come back to me in some other way. Me stumbling upon this, I feel, was just from good karma that I've put out and helping people in the past. So this is an opportunity. I also want to keep pushing forward and getting out there. I think it's a great project. I fully believe in it, and anything I can do to help other people, this project, and just make the world a better place, I'm down for it.
Awesome.
All right, guys, thank you so much. We did over an hour. Wasn't expecting that. We had
back. We know.
What's that?
What day are we coming back?
Yeah, what day are we coming back? What's good for you?
We can come back tomorrow if you want. I've got nothing going on tomorrow.
Let's do tomorrow. What's a good time? Same bat channel, same bat time.
You guys think about noon Eastern time. That's for the West Coast individuals. That's not too early. Or do you guys need a little bit later?
You guys let us know in the comments below. We'll see the highest vote. But what do you think? Noon to 3 p.m. would be open for them to select from, or?
Yeah, noon to 3. That. We're not going to run from noon to 3, but we're going to go live sometime between noon and 3.
You guys pick a start time between noon Eastern or 3 p.m. Eastern. We'll probably try to do another hour, maybe less. And we'll go with the one that gets the most amount of votes. If we don't get any votes, or if it's a tie, we'll just go with noon.
Thanks, Coyote. Appreciate Coyote's been following all the way over from RDAP Dan. I'll to all the channels. So appreciate
Hey,
you, Kyle.
Coyote Prophet. That's a cool.
He's the hype man. Coyote is always in there telling everybody to put thumbs up. Same
nice.
time. Sam Lockwood says, all right, so same time as today. I think we went, what was it? One.
We were trying to do noon, but we had some technical difficulties. We were trying to do yesterday, but the site wasn't coming up. But okay. All right. Let's go buy some land for Giovanni and the rest of the guys to win. And you guys rock on.
All right. Peace.